Howdy everybody, David here, and this is another Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition character creation continuation, and we are continuing on with Dritston, our level 10 Hill Dwarf Life Cleric. Now, the last video went through all the details of leveling Dritston from 6 to 10, and this video will go into levels 11 to level 15, showing everything from proficiency bonuses to how to level hit points, how to take care of your spells, how to, basically do everything for leveling Dritston for levels 11 to 15. So let's go ahead and let's get started. What I like to do is, if you've watched the other tutorials, I like to start at the top of the sheet and work my way down instead of going all over the place. So if you try to have a very organized, systematic way of doing this, you shouldn't really miss anything. So I hope this does help you. But sometimes I will also miss something as well. So level 11's XP is 85,000, I believe. Let me look over at my cheat sheet. It is 85,000 for level 11. Now, Dritston gets a total of 10 hit points a level, and I'll explain that real quick. The Cleric gets a 1d8 per level. Now, your Dungeon Master, he or she, can make you roll 1d8, or you can take the static 5. In my games, I allow the players to do either or, so they can roll 1d8, or they could take the 5. And then also you add your Constitution modifier, which in our case, in Dritston's case, is a +4, so we'll have 9 hit points. And don't forget, he is a Hill Dwarf, so he gets Dwarven Toughness at an additional 1 hit point a level. So that is 10 hit points a level. So we're already at 113 hit points. That is pretty nice for a Life Cleric. Don't forget your hit dice heals. I'll explain hit dice. I always do this at the beginning of every video. Hit dice heals work like this. Whenever you are out of combat for an hour and take a short rest, you can expend these hit dice heals. And it is depending on what class you are for your hit dice. The Cleric is 1d8, so they get 1d8 per plus your Constitution per level. So we will change that to 1d8 +4. So that's what you get. You can do this 11 times. Now, if you are out of your hit dice heals, then you are going to need to get a long rest to get those back. Now, whenever you get these back, you only, after a long rest, you don't get all of them. It's not like getting all your spell slots back, all your hit points, everything else, your class features. You only get back half of your hit die heals. So be very conservative of those, because sometimes it may be, sessions and sessions before you're able to get a long rest. Alright, so we've got our hit points, we've got our level, our experience points. Let's go ahead and start looking at the other primary things that we do for leveling a character. So level 11, your proficiency is still going to stay, still going to say +4. You're not going to have to worry about upgrading that this time. Now, we are going to get one class feature. We are going to get an upgrade to destroy undead. And over here on the right-hand side, we have all of our class features. Now, we were at a DC of 1 target, but now at level 11, we can destroy any undead creature that is of a DC 2 or lower. And how it works is like this. Whenever you use your Channel Divinity, which in our case we can do this twice per day, when you turn undead, if that creature is 2 challenge rating or lower, then it needs to make a saving throw. Well, irregardless, it needs to make a saving throw. So if it is the 2 or lower, it's automatically destroyed. It just goes up in flames. That's how it works. Really nice. You'll get a couple more upgrades as well, I think to a maximum of a CR4. Alright, so that is done. Let's go ahead and check out our spells. We don't have to worry about our spell save DC or attack. Cantrips, we're at the maximum already of 5. Our spell slots are 4 first, 3 second, 3 third, 3 fourth, 2, and then we will get a 6th level spell slot at level 11. Okay? We will get one of those. Now that also means that We do not get any more Divine Domain spells because every cleric for the, every archetype for the cleric, whether you take War Domain or Light or, Life is what we're taking, you get domain spells. And these domain spells add on to your spells. Now, we get 2 at level 1, 2 at level 3, 2 at level 5, 2 at level 7, 2 at level 9. That's all you get. You get a total of 10 domain spells. We've already got them. Now we're going into our 6th level cleric. Cleric spell level 6. No more divine spells. So let's look at 6th level cleric spells. And we can go ahead and take my favorite. My favorite cleric spell of all time is Blade Barrier. So even though I am a more traditional type of cleric where I love to heal and play the utility role, I also love Blade Barrier. I've had a lot of fun with Blade Barrier when I was a kid. So sorry, Gary, if you're watching. I'm sorry I killed your half-orc assassin when we were kids. I'm sorry. So I am kind of partial to this spell Blade Barrier. So there we go. There's also other good spells out there too at level 6, but the first one that I'm going to take is just for fun, and that's Blade Barrier. You can take whatever spells you want. All right, so that's pretty much going to be it for level 11. It looks like we are. Looks like we're totally done. Just go ahead and save our sheet, and now we're going to go to level 12. Level 12's EXP, or XP, is 100,000. Wow. 10 more hit points for Dritson, 123. One more hit dice heal, 1d8 plus 4. Let's go ahead and go to level 12 class features. Well, let's check proficiency first. Not going to have any changes there. Now, at level 12, we get an ability score improvement. That's really nice. And I already know what I'm going to take with that. ASI. I call it ASI, ability score improvement. Now, I want to take another +2 wisdom. That's going to max us out first off. It's going to give us the max modifier. Well, not the max modifier, but for ability score improvement. You can only put a maximum of 20 to a stat. Using ability score improvement, you can only raise 1 to 20. That's the maximum. You can go over 20. There are ways to get over 20, but the maximum is 20 by using ability score improvement. So that's going to affect several things. It's going to affect our wisdom saving throw, taking us to a 9, which is 5 plus 4, so that's correct. Then we want to raise all of the other wisdom-based skill checks. And we'll do that really quick. And don't forget to do this because you don't want to sell yourself short. You want to get every single thing that your character deserves. For passive perception, we'll now go to 15. Passive perception works like this. I explain it in every video the same way, so sorry if you've already heard it a couple times. Your dungeon master will roll a stealth check depending on the surroundings. If you're fixing to walk into a pit trap, for instance, he'll do a stealth check against your passive perception. If he rolls higher for that stealth check, higher than your passive perception, then boom, you fall into the trap. If he rolls lower, then hey, wait just a minute, you see a pressure plate right before you get there, or maybe you'll see, eyes following you in a tapestry or a portrait. So that's how passive perception works. Wisdom is always also going to affect our spell save DC and our spell attack. Spell save DC is 8 plus wisdom, which is 5, it's 13, plus our plus 4 should be 17, and then our spell attack is proficiency 4 plus wisdom 5, 9. Alright. So that's going to be it for level 12 for class features. Not having any other changes. Well, we are seeing that we have had a couple ability score improvements. We are going to get to choose a couple extra bonus spells. Now don't forget, whenever you choose your daily pool of spells, it's based off of your cleric level and wisdom. So our Cleric level right now is level 12. So we can have 12 plus our Wisdom modifier for spells. That's 17 spells. You do not count your domain spells. So we're supposed to have 17 spells. We're going to be a couple short. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So as you can see, we're a couple spells short. So we need to get that up to 17 spells. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose some level 5 and 6 spells. So for level 6, I want to take Harm. I also want to take Heal. And I also want to take... I'll probably go back to level 5 and take Greater Restoration. That's a nice one too. Okay. So that gets us back up to our spells. And like I said, you do not count your domain spells. Your domain spells are basically added on top. Okay, so now for level 12, none of our spell slots are going to change. None of them, actually. So we basically stayed the same all the way across. So that's it. We are now done with level 12. Let's go ahead and save, and now we're going to level 13. As you can see everyone, it's a rinse and repeat process. And once you do this a couple times, you get pretty good at this. Not only for this class, but you're going to know what to look for all of the other classes that you level up also. So it does get easier and easier and easier. I've already made hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of D&D 5e character sheets. So I've gotten a pretty good system down. But, you know, I still miss stuff. I am human. So, you know, if I do miss something, feel free to put it in a comment down below. But hopefully I shouldn't. Alright. So next up, we are at level 13, and level 13 experience is 120k. Now, 10 more hit points again. Wow, Driston's already at 133,000 and 13 out of combat hit dice heals. Now, we are going to get a proficiency bonus increase to 5, and that is going to affect multiple things. It will affect all of our proficiencies with saving throws, so our Wisdom, 5, plus our proficiency is 10, so that's right on the money. Our proficiency, we are proficiency in Charisma. Our Charisma is a -1, plus 5 is 4, so we're correct there. Now we need to raise everything that we're proficient in. So everything with these black dots means that we're proficient. And that's a really nice feature with this character sheet. Excuse me. So there we go. Proficiency also affects a couple more things. It affects weapons that we're proficient in, which we are proficient in Warhammer because we are a dwarf, and we're proficient with the light hammer, which is the throwing hammer. Alright, you do not add proficiency into your damage, so it stays off of your strength modifier, which is a 3. This is 3. This is 4 because we have a +1 Warhammer. So that is why. Just in case anybody was wondering, oh, you got a +4 and not a +3. Well, it's because we have a Warhammer. And that's why we're 1 additional to hit as well. Okay? Now, the last thing that proficiency will affect are your spellcasting DCs. Your spell save DC is now 18. 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom, which is 8 plus 5 plus 5 is 18. And then 5 plus 5 is 10. Alright, now, excuse me, my voice is going. I guess I talk too much, huh? Alright, so level 13, we don't get any more cantrips, and we do not get any other spells, except for we will get a level 7 spell slot now. So we get 1 level 7 spell, which that means that our spell pool will expand by 1 more. So let's choose a nice level 7 cleric spell. I'm thinking probably regenerate or divine word. Let's go resurrection. Maybe you could sell your services at a temple, at maybe in a city or a town. Make some coins. That would be really nice. There you go. That's it. Level 13, we are done. I do not believe that we have any other class features. Level 13 now. This was a pretty plain level. Save it. Let's go to level 14 now. Level 14 requires 140,000 XP. Dritston gets another 10 HP on top of that, taking us up to 143. And we're now at 14 out of combat hit dice heals. Alright, so our proficiency still stays the same. We don't have to worry about that until level 17. That'll be in the next video, the last and final video. Then, now we have to worry about Destroy Undead. We get another upgrade with that. Very nice. So, like I said just a few minutes ago, we get to now destroy creatures, undead creatures, that are a DC 3 or a challenge rating of 3 or lower. So, whenever you use your channel divinity to turn undead, if that undead creature is a challenge rating 3 or lower, and it fails at saving throw, bam, it's dead automatically. Doesn't matter what it is. Even those undead minotaur, those skeletal minotaur, done, boom, vanquished. I think they're like 2 or 3. Really nice. I like Destroy Undead. I actually think that was a nice addition that they put on top of Turn Undead. I really do. I think it's great. Okay, so that's the only class feature we're getting at level 14. We are not getting any more spell slots. We are not getting anything at level 14. No cantrips, no spell slots. However, our spell pool will expand by 1 more. So let's take another level 7 spell, shall we? Let's take Regenerate. Regenerate can be pretty fun. Let's take Regenerate. Alright, so that's it. Level 14 should be in the books now. We are getting done, everyone. Alright, level 15. Level 15 Life Cleric. Dritston is looking pretty good, isn't he? 165,000 experience for level 15. 153 hit points now. That's really nice. The Bard only, I think the Bard only had about 150 total, and we're level 15 and already had 153. Barbarian had well over 200. So there you go. 15 out of combat hit dice heals. We're going to go ahead and look to see what we get at level 15, which proficiency stays the same. No cleric class features. No life cleric class features. No spells. We get no cantrips. No 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th spell slots. However, we do gain level 8 spell access. So we get 1 level 8 spell. Let's take a look at what we can cast, shall we? There's not that much. I say we take Earthquake. Maybe cast it on Phandalin. We should get with a couple Evocation Wizards and a couple other high-level clerics and cast those spells, Meteor Swarm and Earthquake on Phandalin. Just disintegrate it. Wizards of the Coast would love that one. Here's your Phandalin town. Alright, everybody. There we go. It looks like that's going to be about it for Dritston. Then that would actually change our alignment, probably. Holy cow, that would. Level 15 is in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoy what you see. If you want to play Dritston or any other class, any other archetype, any other level, I have 840 Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition character sheets on the same 3-page PDF formats. You can download them to your iPhone, your iPad, print them out on your computer, take them to your game, try them all out. That's all you can do. Find a class that you like. Stay with it. So, anyways, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye.